And it's comic review time. I am Manos, and here we go. We have a couple Batman books, a couple Marvel books, and, one Marvel book. Dark Horse and an independent comic. Here we go with Batman 703, written by Fabian Nocita and drawn by Cliff Richards. And we still have Dick Grayson in the Batsuit. What's going on is the A story is basically Dick Grayson and Damian chasing down an old villain that time has forgotten, the getaway genius, who always brags about being able to get away, but eventually does get caught. It goes back and digs a little bit into Dick Grayson's history as Robin, because when he was Robin, Batman and him had chased this character a couple times. There's also some assistance by Tim Drake, Red Robin. And there's a nice bit of character stuff going on here between Damian, Alfred, and Dick. And also, there's a subplot here about Vicky Vale. She's back in town, and she's causing a little bit of trouble for our fake dynamic duo. There's some interesting stuff going on here, but specifically the art is just beautiful. I haven't seen too much of Cliff Richards' work before, but it looks very nice, and it holds up a fairly average story. I'm tempted to give this 4 Ram Chips, and I think so. I think it's going to be a weak 4 Ram Chips. It's not a must, and by the way, it says Prelude to Bruce Wayne, The Road Home. Bullshit. I don't see anything remarkable that happens in here related to that. So if you see this and go, whoa, I better get it, don't worry. I give this a weak 4 Ram Chips. I didn't regret reading it, but, And also in Detective Comics, 868, written by David Hine and drawn by Scott McDaniel. But this is part 2 of the Imposter, what is this called? Batman Imposters. Where we got the imposter Joker organizing flash mobs of Jokers to cause havoc, and we have the imposter Batman creating a team of vigilantes in Batman suits, shooting them, causing all sorts of crazy havoc all over town. And there's one scene where Dick uses the Joker juice that the Jokers have been using to test on himself, and gives him a little freaky moment. And we got the imposter Joker posting videos online saying when he's going to attack, and then imposter Batman gives a response just a few minutes afterwards. And it's a very modern tale here. This is part 2 of more stuff going on. The art's really crisp and beautiful, and I love seeing Scott McDaniel's art. I think his work is just really classic comic, but with a very modern kind of flow to it. There's a real nice energy to his work, and that's kind of what's going on. And then we learn more about the villain, the imposter Joker, who was a victim of the Joker, and he is apparently dissatisfied with the way Batman and society has been taking care of the Joker over the years. So this seems to be his little revenge plot. Not bad. I actually enjoyed this a little bit better than the other Batman book. I'm gonna give this 4 Ram Chips as well. But I say I like that one better. Okay, Madame Xanadu, issue 26, written by Matt Wagner, and this issue is drawn by Chrissy Zullo. And this is part 3 of Extrasensory, where Madame Xanadu is... it's kind of been breaking down little short stories based on the 5 senses. Now, I'm curious to see if this is building up to some major connection in one of the stories. But this one is dealing with this little boy, Sammy, who stinks. And he stinks really bad. It makes people disgusted when he walks by. And this is the best art in the story's arc so far of Extrasensory. Each issue has had a different artist doing it since Amy Reeder left, and she's now prepping her work in the Batwoman series. This one is really interesting. My first thought was maybe kind of like a children's book kind of style of art, but it also reminds me, when looking at it a second time, it makes me think of old 60s manga, actually. And it's quite beautiful to look at. There's a dream sequence that I think is just amazing. And let's see, that's a really nice shot too. Really lovely issue. And what's great about this is you can just pick this up. You don't even have to know what's really going on to really get it. It's a lovely little cute story that's also has a very sad moment too. Love this one. Easily 5 round chips. And over to Marvel, we got the Secret Avengers issue 5, written as usual by Ed Brubaker, and who's doing the art here? Aja? Whoa, where is your credits, comic book? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, David Aja and Marco Lark, and Stefano Gordano, who had been doing the Daredevil stuff here. And, you know, I think they're better suited to this book than Mike Deodato. I think Mike Deodato, I don't know, I'm not sure if I like him as a teen book kind of artist. I think I like him better solo. But anyway, this gets into the nitty-gritty of what the hell's been going on with Nick Fury the last few years. Apparently somebody built an evil robot clone of him, and it was really well made, so it thinks it really is him. And to the point where he's trying to do good too. And S.H.I.E.L.D. captures him, and then he gets away, and then he fights terrorists again, and he's well-meaning, but kind of a pain in the ass. And he has all of Nick Fury's talents and abilities and memories and cleverness, so, you know, he's hard to keep hold of. So this is part 1. Good so far, so I'm curious to see where this one goes. I'm going to give this 5 round chips. Not bad. And over in Buffy! Buffy is back! And actually, yeah, I know, this is a couple weeks old. I'm broke. I pick up the books when I can. Nice big splash of Spike on the cover here. This is part 1 of Last Gleaming, and it's written by Mr. Big Boss, Josh Whedon, and drawn by George Genti, as usual, who does mostly books. And this kind of folds in the continuity of the IDW books of what's been going on with Angel and Spike. And it neatly explains explains how could After the Fall and this be in the same continuity and stuff like that. It works really well. Angel has this entity that talks to him through creatures and, you know, dogs and people and stuff like that. And the dialogue is classic Wheaton. It's actually fun to hear him do these characters again. I kind of missed him talking through these characters. I don't want to give too much away, partly because I'm not sure what the hell's going on as usual. Sometimes I feel like there's just way too much going on in the series to really keep a hold. I've been reading this book since issue 1, and since he's folding in some IDW stuff, which I haven't read, I'm a little lost here and there. So, you know, it takes another read to kind of get it or feel like I'm in good hands, even if I'm not 100% sure what's going on. Spike's crew of bugs is highly entertaining. I like that. I enjoyed this issue. I'm going to give it a weak 5 round chips. If you've been reading the Buffy books and you weren't sure if you should keep going, you should at least get this one. Now, off to independent comic here. And this is issue 3 of the Skyrocket. How much time we got? Okay, excellent. This is issue 3 of the Skyrocket. And this is by Mike Federale and O.S. Petroli doing the art. And a quick announcement here that I'm actually friends with Mike Federale. So, you know, I was thinking, like, maybe since issue 1 came out, I've actually become friends with the guy. And maybe it's a little sketchy that I do reviews, because obviously I'm going to be inclined to like it. But you know what? Fuck it. This is my channel. So I'm just going to tell you right off. And this is part 3 of the first 3-part story arc. And I like this what's so far. Skyrocket is this woman named Samantha, and she was a supervillain, and she has recently had a change of heart and become a hero. The art here in this one, particularly in the first part of the issue in the forest, where they're accosted by the evil scientist with the tentacles and his army of robot, cyborg, messy guys, is quite good. Actually, the art in this issue is the best out of the three, actually, and I love the villain. I don't know, I'm beginning to like tentacle guys. There was a tentacle guy in the first issue of True Blood, and that was the best part of that issue, and I like this guy. I mean, he's not even totally in control of it, actually. I like this a lot, and you know, you should support independent books. If you're constantly bitching about what Marvel and DC are doing, well, you know, vote with your money. This is a really good book. You can find it at skyrocket.com and see if you can order it right there. I totally recommend this. Please buy it. Anyway, I think that's it. I'd say push the button, Lindsay.